Hi, this is Ashara, and I'm from Cool School Technologies, where our mission is to close the digital divide. This is our Cool Tool Sunday, where we introduce free tools that you're able to use at home and teachers are able to use to share information with their students. I know it continues to be a stressful time with the schools being closed, but we want to share some information with you that will help you at home with your students and teachers that are trying to communicate with students. So, the tool that we're going to introduce today is called Educreations. It's a free tool. There is now a free upgrade, as you can see here, free Educreations Pro upgrades for teachers. So, with the free version, you get 50 megabytes of storage. And what Educreations is, it's a whiteboard that allows you to teach lessons from almost anywhere. So before we get started, I just want to talk about what some of the requirements are to use this tool. You need to have Adobe Flash Player. So if you don't have it downloaded, you need to go to Adobe and download it on your computer. If you already have it, like I have, if you're on and you have a Mac, you may have to go up in the URL if you're using Google Chrome, and you'll go to this little lock here, which will go to your permissions, and then it will give you a list of different things you can choose, and you would choose Flash and make sure that it's allowable when you use this website. So that's the first hurdle. It's a very small hurdle that you have to make sure that you have Adobe Flash Player. So let's go right into the tool. So I'm going to log in. I already have an account. And so as you set up your account using your email, you will just start in. You'll go to create new lesson. And as you see here, you have a whiteboard. And this is like your typical whiteboard that you would have in any classroom. And it allows a lot of creativity because students are able to draw using the whiteboard. They can illustrate if they're going to tell a story, or if they've written a story or written a poem and they want to record it and have illustrations to go along with it. It also allows you to upload images, and I'll show you how to do that shortly. So, or if you're explaining something or you're doing math problems, you would be able to use this whiteboard and record your explanation on it to share with others, or a student would be able to do it to explain to their teacher, how they are understanding a concept. So we have the eraser here, we have the primary colors, the usual whiteboard. So I can create pages as I go along. So I have a page here. This is one of one. I'm going to go to the next page. For this one, I'm going to upload a picture. So I'm going to do map of Africa. I'm going to do the African continent. So if a teacher were sharing something in a lesson and she had a picture or she had a problem or something from science that she wanted to share, she would be able to do that. Now with the free version, you could pretty much only share your basic static pictures, but with the upgrade, there's some other things that you would be able to do. So I'm just going to annotate on here because I'm going to talk a little bit about South Africa, Cape Town. So I'm going to put an arrow here because I want the people that I'm sharing with to understand where it is and where it's located. So I'm going to go to my last page where I'm going to share a picture of a South African penguin. So I'm going to open that up. Okay, and I have that here. So if I wanted to draw or annotate around that, I could. I also have my do and undo button. So if I wanted to get rid of that picture, I could. If I wanted to bring it back with the undo, I would be able to do that. So now I'm ready to start my lesson. So I'm going to the first page and now I'm going to record. So you're not able to save your lesson until you've put some type of audio with it. So I'm going to click record. It's going to give me a privacy thing. It's saying allow, and I'm saying I wanted to allow. The counter has started. So hello, this is my demonstration on Educreations on how to create a little lesson. And I'm talking as I'm going to move the slide along. And I've shown here as a picture of the continent of Africa. And we're going to highlight Cape Town, which is also known as Mother City, and it is the legislative capital of South Africa. And did you happen to know that there are penguins in South Africa? That's something that a lot of people do not know. Okay, so I'm going to click stop. Okay, and then I'm going to click save. Now I can preview the lesson. One of the things, like I said, it is free, so you may have to, it's not as if you can do editing within it, so that's why it allows you to preview. So I'm going to preview what I've done. You see it has the counter down here at the bottom where I've recorded my voice. So I'm going to click play so you can hear. And I wanted to allow the counter has started. So hello, this is my demonstration on Educreations on how to create a little lesson. And I'm talking as I'm going to move the slide along. And I've shown here as a picture of the continent of Africa. And we're going to highlight Cape Town, which is also known as Mother City, and it is the legislative capital of South Africa. And did you happen to know that there are penguins in South Africa? That's something that a lot of people do not know. Okay, so I'm going to click stop. So that shows you how easy it is. So I just had 3 pages there that I created as a lesson. So I'm going to click save. Now, if you were to click start over, it would erase the recording and it would erase everything, and you would have to really literally start all over again. It's not as if you can just edit one piece of it. So be careful if you say, well, I liked it. You may want to save it and just create another one and then decide which one is the best of the two. But I'm just, for our purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and save it so you can see how it looks. And now what it does, it takes me to my lesson details. So it's asking me for a title. So I'm going to put South Africa in. It's asking me for a summary to put that in. The privacy, so that means that only I can see it and only those people that I share it with would be able to see it. It's asking me the subject area this would fall under. I'm going to put it under social studies. What subject within social studies? I'm going to put geography. And again, as I said, this is a tool I think that could be used kindergarten through 12th grade. The whiteboard lends itself to younger students and the ability to record even for younger and older students. So I'm just going to pick first grade here for now. And then I would just click create. And now I have my lesson that is here. So if I were to click on it, I would have my full lesson. I would be able to play it, or if whoever I share it with. I see that I have links here that have been created, so I would just click copy, and I would be able to share this link as an email or through a text. Also, if I were a teacher and I had my own website, I would be able to copy this code where I would be able to embed that code into the website, or I could even share it on Remind. A lot of teachers have their parents subscribe to them on Remind, or even in Google Classroom. You would be able to share that. So this is a quick, easy tool that's free. Again, as I said, they do have a free upgrade right now based on they know that a lot of people are at home and are unable to and are looking for different ways to reach out with their students. So you want to consider Educreations as one of those creative tools that you can use at home, or as reaching out to students that are at home or that were in your classroom. There's only 50 megabytes of space, of cloud space. So if you find yourself where you're creating all these lessons and you run out of space, I would just suggest that you just delete. So you would just go to your lesson, go to the settings, and then just go to the bottom where it says delete lesson. And then you're able to, it's going to ask you, are you sure if you want to delete? You would delete that lesson, and then that would allow you to have more space available to do more Educreations. So until next time, be safe and stay well, and hopefully we'll have another tool for you next Sunday. Be well.